Hello everyone! One of the major locations in Season 2 is the Dark Island, which is what we are going to be building today. So the first thing I did was gather a ton of source material, this being from all the Dark Island episodes. And with all that source material gathered, we can start placing some Season 2 stuff on my desk. So my Ninjago Season 2 stuff is limited to a few Stone Army men, Garmadon, and a few people on the hero side. Most of them are from recent Legacy. Also some instruction booklets and some old set parts are laid about. I also have some accessories like a map of the Dark Island and the elemental blades, but I do want to try get a set from a friend, so let's see if we can get that now. Alright, so when I got the set, it was a super awesome one to have. First of all, the minifigures are amazing, especially Zane and Kozu, and Garmatron has some super useful parts. So then I took it apart, and don't worry, these pieces will be very important later. Now with everything I have Season 2 related on this table, I think it's ready to start building the Dark Island. So real quickly, plan for the Dark Island is for it to be in its kind of yin-yang shape as seen in the show. Now at the top here, we're going to have this industrial clock.
Island from Season 2 of Ninjago out of...
Alright, so here is the base of the kind of top section of the Dark Island. I do have a map of it, which I'll put up here. This is just an outline, and this goes at the very top. So moving a little bit closer into the details here, there is a rock wall, and this is a little sandy beach area because at the end of episode 2 on the Dark Island, they fall down the celestial clock area, which is what we're building first. Now I have gotten some gold pieces here, and I've also gotten some gear elements, so hopefully I'm able to recreate a semi-accurate celestial clock just like this one we see in the show. So now let's get started on that. So now most of this Dark Island section is complete, but I do want to add some minifigures and finishing touches. Alright, so with those final touches added to the Dark Island and the minifigs, let's get closer into this section of the mock. So here you can see a little beach area with a rock and it has some waves crashing up against it. There's also these small bushes I added, which are made up of these pieces on screen now, and they are also, if I take them off, look like this from the top. Now this leads into a small water area which would go off the side of the island, which is all bordered by the way. And if we move up from here, there's a small rock which leads into the celestial clock, and I'm super happy with how this turned out. First of all, there is the dark helmet, and you can take that off pretty easily. And when you actually want to spin the celestial clock, all you have to do is spin this lever, and it will just move as such with these spinning gyroscopes. And when it gets into this position, all the gyroscopes line up, so this one lines up here, that one would line up to that one up there, this one, and then eventually it would hit this, which is kind of like the output, and this would go straight towards Garmadon's camp, which we'll build in a coming episode. Moving here, you can kind of see a cliff area, and this leads down into a small beach, which is at the tip of the island. Now, just like in the show, the ninja actually fall off the cliff, so if you place minifigs here and pull this out, they will fall down into the beach below. Of course, that's just a pretty simple technique mechanism. So that's it for this side of the mock, but of course next week we're going to be expanding it out this way and building even more of the Dark Island. Next week I also want to tackle one of the vehicles, so let me know if you guys want that to be the Garmatron, Kai's Fire Mech, a Stone Army vehicle, or Cole's Earth Driller in the comments below. And also let me know if you think this is on par with something Brick Legends would make, as that's the goal, and I would love to be one of those top Ninjago mock creators someday. If you guys want to see another mock video, check out my Umbra Silvis one, and thank you guys so much for watching, I really appreciate it. Subscribe if you want, and peace.